Welcome everybody back to Otakus Justin here, and today we are going to be doing another episode of Ani-Gaming. This is episode 11, and today we're going to be going into a different genre, the pinball genre, as we talk about Akira Psycho Ball, which was released in 2002 for the PlayStation 2 exclusively in Japan, and is one of the more unusual entries in the legacy of Akira adaptations, combining pinball with dark cyberpunk aesthetics of Akira. This game is for the PS2, as I just said, and they try to offer fans a fresh spin on the iconic anime universe. So today in Ani-Gaming, we're going to be taking a little bit of a dive into the neon lit world of Akira Psycho Ball to see how well it captured the spirit of the movie and whether its ambition blended of genres actually worked. So let's talk a little bit about the gameplay here. Let's talk about the gameplay, folks, and here's the actual official rules from the actual game. So players battle against each other or versus the computer. Whenever your opponent loses the ball, you score a point. The winner is the player who reaches the maximum number of points or who has the highest point total when the time is up. So how to attack: you aim for the ramps 1 and 2, which lead to your opponent's outlanes. Also, by shooting through your offensive hole, which is hole number 3, you can aim directly from your opponent's out hole. How to attack: after hitting all 5 drop targets 4 and 5, the jackpot mode starts. If your opponent loses the ball during the jackpot, you get triple points. The jackpot count keeps track of how many drop targets are down. By hitting your drop targets, you can turn back your opponent's jackpot counter. So those are pretty much the rules of how this plays. So they really did try to make it a little bit more different than your typical pinball machine that you see. So instead of a simple board with bumpers and flippers, each stage is designed around key locations from the film, including Neo Tokyo. Fans of the anime will recognize the streets, the sewers, the stadiums as backdrops, each brought to life with a stylized 3D aesthetic that nods to the original anime, and it does a good job of it. This is actually some really good looking pinball designs here, and the game's twist lies in those interactive boards. There aren't just static backdrops, they're immersive settings with destructible elements. You have some mini bosses, and in story mode, there's actually story events that actually tie to the movie and to the ball's progression through each stage. It's actually a pretty fun game to play once you get a hang of it. So let's talk about some of the standout features in this is how it incorporates key moments from the film's storyline. While the pinball isn't the most obvious format for retelling a plot as intense as Akira's, the game attempts to highlight famous scenes like Tetsuo's transformation, Kanada's bike chase, and the military's intervention through cutscenes and the mini events that you see as you're actually playing. So you just gotta kind of keep your eye on the ball and keep your eye on the screen if you want to see some of those cutscenes. So it's a really fascinating experience that really brings out the nostalgia of Akira. So let's talk a little bit about more of, like I say, let's talk about the graphics, shall we? Graphically, folks, it's a PS2 pinball game, and the PS2 hardware renders sharp visuals, which had some really detailed backgrounds and character models of the Neo Tokyo's gritty cyberpunk atmosphere, as I said before, that really makes each table shine. And the game's designers did an impressive job capturing Akira's color palette, the dark reds, the neon blues, and the contrasting lights that really make the anime so iconic. So I felt like the visuals really did help really capture the universe, making every shot feel like it was bursting through the scene from the movie. And the use of the transitions and animations when you're hitting key shots or unlocking a story-based mini game, especially the transition where you are on one level when you're transitioning into the sewer. I thought that was actually pretty good. So the tables, the pinball tables look pretty good, folks. So I'm gonna say this: Akira Psycho Ball might not have been the Akira game that people wanted or would expected, and at the time, it did receive mixed reviews from people because it wasn't something that we wanted. We wanted an actual Akira game, but it's something that I say that is experimental, and over time, I think it has garnered a niche audience, and I think people will appreciate it now if they look back at it and feel like, you know what? the fact that they had that competition elements in there, it's a decent pinball game. It's not something that you will cry home about, or just rush to the store or try to import to, for collection purposes. But it's a decent pinball game, and I say, you know what? It's worthy Annie Gaming to check it out. This is Justin from Otakus.com. If you like what we do here, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Helps out the channel. Hopefully, we earned your subscription today. If we didn't, we'll keep trying, folks. If you like what we do here, folks, please leave a comment and let us know what you think of Akira Psycho Ball, or if you have any suggestions. I have one more game left for any gaming, so if you have any suggestions for the late winter spring season of some anime games that I should do a quick retrospective, or hell, even maybe do a let's play on, comment below. Let me know. I can get access to certain games from the PS1 era. So I've been focusing mostly on the PS2 era for season one, but I think I'm gonna go back to PS1 era, DS, and look at some other anime games, some titles. So stay tuned, because throughout the winter we are going to be covering superhero games with Superhero Gaming. That's going to be starting December 3rd. So please check that out and support that one. Peace, love, and happiness to you all, my friends. Later day.